Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today, guys, we're gonna be taking a close look at the latest Four Horsemen Studios Figura Obscura, the ancient Egyptian gods. I'm very excited about this one because this time around, guys, they did a 2-pack. Technically, they're single figures, but they sell them in pairs. We got Anubis and Bastet, and this is so cool, guys. Like the other Four Horsemen Figura Obscura releases, they just announce them on Friday, they have them in stock on Saturday, and they start shipping them out right away. So mine shipped out on Monday, and I got these early on Wednesday, so I'm very excited to take a look at these together with you guys. I actually do have a couple of them coming in. I needed some extras of these, but this is my all-in order, so I'm going to show you guys everything what we got in this all-in order. So let's turn this camera around. Let's start taking a look at these figures. Okay, folks, now that we have the camera turned around, I want to show you guys everything that you do get in this all-in order. So you can get an all-in, but you can also order the figures by themselves if you're not interested in getting these little perks. Typically, I like to order an all-in. So you get this pretty cool ceramic mug, which is pretty cool. So you see Bastet in the back and Anubis over here. Pretty nice mug here. Next up, you get this pair of pins, which are really nice. They've been doing such a good job with these enamel pins. So I believe this is artwork done by Nate Barch in the back, but we got the gods of ancient Egypt. So we got Anubis and Bastet. Taking a peek at the back. Here is the back of the packaging. I don't really open these. I like to keep these sealed. I actually got a couple of my other ones over here as well. We got the Red Death, we got Krampus, and we got Jacob Marley over here. And last up, we get our 2 figures this time. So we got 2 figures, so this is really cool. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Bastet. We're gonna take a look at our packaging, but if anything like my other videos, guys, click on the chapters below if you wanna skip ahead. Okay, folks, and starting off with the packaging of Bastet, this one looks really good. I feel like Nate Barch and the team really knocked it out with this one. We got Bastet in the very front. We got the gods of the ancient Egypt over here. On the right side, we got the Anubis picture. This is pretty cool. And on the very back, we have a little bit of lore. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know too much about her, but I do like the fact that it does say mother of cats over here. So this is pretty cool. This is something I know my wife is gonna love. So this is pretty awesome. So go ahead and pause and read that if you wanna read a little more. On the left side, we got a pretty cool looking statue. This is pretty cool, guys. Let's go ahead and get this thing open. All right, guys, first impressions. Let's see. Oh, snap. Wow, she looks really cool, guys. Look at that. We'll take a look at her figure in a second. Pretty much every Figura Obscura box will come with this cardboard out here, which is magnetic. So this is really nice for packaging purposes. Look at this. Look at that. That's awesome. So I love that. Love that feature. But take a look at this beautiful artwork. So you can pretty much use this as a background piece if you want to. So this is pretty cool to see. Look at that. Look at that. Open this up. That's cool, guys. Love it. And just taking a quick look at the back of the actual packaging. This looks pretty awesome. We got another piece of artwork by Nate Barch. We got our cat here. Of course, the mother of cats has a cat statue in the back of the packaging. And on the other side, which you couldn't see before, is another ancient Egypt statue. So this is pretty cool. If you guys know what this is, let me know in the comments below. Something I want to point out real quick is that there is a little window on the top of the packaging. So you can pretty much display your figure in a very unique way with some lighting on the top. So that's a really cool little neat feature. Let's go ahead and get this figure open. There's always this little thing here with Mythic Legion figures. You always want to keep them before messing around with them. Trust me on that. Okay. Oh, looks like it comes with a book. Take a look at that in a second. This background art. Look at that. Holy cow. That's pretty sick. Oh, this is pretty neat. So this tells you about some of the items that you'll have in here, so that's pretty cool, guys. All right, so taking the packaging out, there it does come with 2 layers over here. Look at that. We're gonna look at everything individually, but Jeremy did record a video and posted it on the YouTube, the Four Horsemen YouTube, how to take this out without breaking this handle, because if you pinch this, you could potentially break it. So you want to be really careful with this. So I'm going to try to do that on the side. But as you can see, comes with a ton of stuff and the figure itself. So let's just take a quick quick look at everything you get here with this figure. So I got all my accessories out except for this one. This is the one you want to be really careful with. So I'm not going to risk it. I am going to cut it right here just to get it out. All right, so this figure actually comes with a ton of accessories over here. Starting off over here, we got some emblems. So if you guys know exactly what these are in the comments below, let me know. But I figured out that you just plug in the pegs into these little stands here. So these are kind of nice. Originally, I thought these were for the belt, but I don't think they can plug in the belt. We also got the cat deity statue, which I think looks really good and it's really good quality. Moving right along, we got some urns over here. So these are pretty cool in my opinion. This one right over here is my favorite. And moving right along, we got a couple of heads over here, some alternate head sculpts. This is the Aegis of Sekhmet, which is pretty cool. This is Bastet's sibling, which is awesome. And lastly, we got an array of hands, including spare feet, which, you know, I think is pretty cool here. So this is pretty much a hand and feet pack, which I do like. Hinges are different in some of them, but I will show some poses at the end. And now looking at the figure itself, Bastet is a beautiful figure in my opinion. There's a ton of new parts here, but there's actually a couple of reuse, including the top part right here in the middle. This is from Alithia, but it's a nice repaint. Also the thighs as well, used in other female 2.0 parts, but everything else is brand new. So let's go ahead and start with the top. So I found out this headdress is called a neem, which looks really good in my opinion. I could see and imagine a lot of repaints with that, but we can see the beautiful head sculpt right over here. And something I want to show you guys real quick is you can actually take this faceplate off this headpiece. So here you go, just like that. You can actually plug in another head right over here. So pretty much the same head or same face, no crazy facial expressions. That's kind of the only thing I wish that this figure came with, was maybe a shouting cat face. But overall, that's how you do this, guys. And I can imagine a lot of new customizers printing out some 3D pieces for that. So anyways, that's pretty cool. Okay, folks. So I actually switched the headpiece so we can actually see a little bit of detail on this necklace that she has. So this is pretty cool. This is such an awesome looking piece. I can see a lot of people using that for some lady swaps. So that's pretty cool. As you can see right over here, we got new arms, which is really nice with some green and gold bangles. Moving right along to the belts, another new piece, which is pretty cool. And right over here, we got soft goods by C. Jessam, which look really nice. And CJ always does such a great job with that. Thighs are reuse. These legs, they're new with a nice bangle over here, so that's cool. And then what I like over here is the new feet. Look at that. That is pretty awesome. And the last thing I want to show off here, guys, is the tail, which is super bendable. That's really nice. So compared to the Monkey King, this one's a lot softer. So this is pretty cool. So you can definitely pose this how you want. So that's awesome. And moving right along to articulation, guys, I want to point out one thing that I actually didn't notice. Actually, let me take this out. Is this hinge over here on the neck. So I can't tell if that's new. I actually have to check Alithia. I've never looked because I've never taken that head off. What that just really means is that you can do a lot of really cool dynamic poses. So you can pretty much have this cat looking up, which is really nice, or having her fall, or even having her fly. Like, look at that. That's pretty cool. And then you can even have her looking down, which is really cool here. So look at that. Looks pretty low. That's good. So yeah, there's a lot of really dynamic things you can do with this head. So I really like that. Arms are on a hinge, so you can do a T-pose right over here. Elbow bend, wrist twist and swivel. There is a little bit of movement up here on the chest, which is nice. There is twist on the waist. We do have a twist on the thigh. This is about the knee bend you can get. And then we got ankle rocker. So that's really cool. All things considered for a Mythic Legion, she has pretty good posing. So you can definitely like have her do some really cool stuff. So I will have more poses at the end, so stick around for that. But let's go ahead and move on to the next figure. Okay, folks, next up, we are now taking a look at the packaging for Anubis, which is a figure I'm very excited for. And a reason a lot of people are actually buying this set, because this is a very popular Egyptian god. Take a look at the very front of the packaging. We do see Anubis on the front with some hieroglyphics, pretty cool. On the right side this time, we do see Bastet, so that's awesome as well. And on the very back, we got some lore here, so go ahead and pause that if you want to read some more. And on the very left, we do have the same goddess over here. So I think this is a goddess or some sort of deity. I'm not sure. Again, let me know in the comments below. But let's not waste any time, guys. Let's go ahead and open this thing. All right, guys, let's get our initial reaction right here. Let's see it. Oh, snap. Look at that. Oh, he looks sick. Oh, I'm very excited to get this figure out, but let's take a look at the packaging real quick. All right, so it looks like we have the same statue on the right side of his box, but on the back, look at that. We got the jackal. This is so cool. I love how this looks. This is so dark, ominous. This is perfect. Similar to last time, we have an awesome Nate Barch art, so this is really cool to display with. And similar to Bastet, there is a window on the very top, so you can actually display it in a very unique way. So this is honestly pretty cool. All right, let's get this open. And if you guys hear snoring in the background, that is my English bulldog Toast. More warnings, guys. Heat your legions before you play with them. And taking a look at the packaging inside, this is actually the Eye of Horus, so that's actually pretty cool. Just learned that right now. All right. Oh wow. Okay, and taking this out, it all kind of falls out. All right, and taking this out, guys, there's actually 2 trays here, but there's a lot of stuff here. So let me whip out these accessories and yeah, we'll take a look at them. All right, that wasn't too difficult, guys. It comes in 3 different pieces. So put the jackal here. I think this actually looks pretty cool. There is no surprise inside, which I know a lot of people were upset about, but you know, I actually don't think all the Figura Obscuras came with a surprise, like Monkey King. I don't think that came with one. So I don't know what you're expecting, guys. This is pretty cool on its own. So here we go. But take a look. The details on this is pretty cool. Lots of symbols on there. Yeah, I like that. And I really do like the gold on this jackal. So let's take the light up here real quick. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, and taking a look at the accessories, I actually think I may have an error in mine because I have 2 right hands as far as pairs go, but we do have a hand pack over here pretty much similar to Bastet. We got feet over here, we got hands with different hinges, and again, I'm not sure if that's intentional, but let me know in the comments below. We also got Anubis's staff, which I really do like. I think that's a cool, unique item. We also have an Ankh over here, which he is pretty commonly seen with. We also have an Eye of Horus here, so that's pretty cool. We have an urn with a jackal head. He only comes with 2 different face swaps, but these are pretty awesome face swaps. I like this one, the yelling head. I always like yelling faces, so that's really cool. And then we got a jackal head, which is very similar to this one over here. And this piece, this is a neck piece. I actually want to talk about that in a second. And just taking a look at this beautiful diorama piece. So I really do enjoy the fact that Four Horsemen is starting to add all these dio pieces. So this is pretty cool. Similar to the Mask of the Red Death, we got the clock and the blood. We're getting some really cool, unique pieces, guys. And if anything, you can put your stuff in here. You can hold all the accessories in here, minus the staff. All right, guys, and some initial thoughts on this figure. Holy cow. It's very familiar, but there's a lot of new here. So I don't think besides just the thighs that there is any reuse. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. This is pretty much all new sculpt. So we're gonna go over the details real quick, and I do want to point something out really cool. All right, guys, and first off, head sculpt looks amazing, guys. This headdress really does stand out. I really like this. This is pretty cool, and I love how this matches with Bastet, so that's cool. Something else I want to point out is how soft this is. So this is pretty nice, guys. This is awesome. Next up is this neck piece, guys. This is a brand new part as well. This neck piece, like, look at that. It's, again, soft as well. This chest is brand new, guys, and I gotta show you something real quick. Let me pop its head off. So 2 things I want to point out. Number 1, we can finally replace the neck piece. What the heck? I did not expect that. So we do have another hinge on the neck. Because the head requires the mane, you can't get that articulation out of this. I do wish there was just a plain jackal head. If you use this body with anything else, you can again do some dynamic poses with this. So just borrowing this orc head real quick, I think you can do some crazy stuff here. Look at that. You can look up and you can look down. So that's just awesome, guys. So this is a really nice headpiece, and I really like the color. This actually looks pretty okay with this orc head. But again, this is a new chest piece, and I actually noticed that there's a bit of a cut here, so there may be better articulation here, guys. So we're gonna have to play with that. I pretty much think that he can do a cross arm, so that's actually pretty awesome. Look at that. Tossing his head back on, let's look at his arms. All brand new parts here too. This is pretty cool. We're continuing with the gold and green bangles, so that's awesome. This piece is new as well. Look at that, we got the scarab in the middle. This piece actually right here, this loin piece is brand new, so that's cool. You could take that off and swap that if you want. Thighs, pretty much the same. Our thighs are pretty much the only reuse I see besides some hands. Legs are new, and look at that, guys. We got bigger feet this time. That's so cool. Something I wanted to show off too is the tail, guys. So it's another soft tail. So this is really cool to kind of mess around with. But yeah, you can pose it however you want. It is a soft rubber, but there you go. Let's go ahead and show the articulation. So with Anubis, you can kind of move him a little bit because this plastic is soft, so you can look down. Let's see, he can't look up as much because this is blocking the way, but he can turn slightly left and slightly right. Arms are on a hinge, elbow bend, wrist twist and swivel. And like what I pointed out earlier, this can go forward. So this is nice, guys. You could probably mess around with it and get a good cross arm. So let me try that real fast. This is like the best cross arm I could do in the moment, but I will keep messing with it. Hips on a ball joint, so you can do a little dance. Legs on a hinge, and there is a twist here in the thigh, knee bend, ankle rocker. So yeah, guys, articulation is pretty standard for a Mythic Legion figure, but there is improvements here with that little space there, so you can group in pretty much and do two-handed poses. So we could pretty much have him hold two-hand stuff. And again, I will do some posing at the end, but next up, guys, let's go ahead and do some comparisons. And moving right along to some comparisons, we got the Figura Obscura Monkey King to the left, and we got a custom Zende to the right. Next up, we have a Valiant Knight with a custom head sculpt, and we have Jacob Marley to the right. And a couple of non-legions. We got Como of the Isles from Savage Crucible to the right, and we got an SH Figure Arts Goku Super Saiyan to the left. Overall, guys, I think this was a really fun drop. I really love the Figura Obscura line. I really do like it when the Four Horsemen does surprise drops, so this one was really fun in particular. I'm really liking this beginning of the year Figura Obscura drop. Last year we got the Monkey King. This year we got these ancient gods, so these were pretty awesome. I'm a big fan. I know that I'm going to be getting more into the lore now, so this is going to be just a fun little adventure. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, what you guys think of these figures. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you next time. Peace.